Hello traders, this is David from Apex Alpha Wave Trader. So let's have a look at the dollar index for this week that we are going into, and that is the last week of August. So we'll have a look at the dollar index and see what it will tell us as regards to setups for all the major currencies now. So I'm currently on the monthly time frame, and as you can see, um, the entire month of August has been a month of correction, and you can see it here on the monthly time frame that we have a spinning top, and we are at a level of support, okay, but I submit to you that this might not be too strong a support zone. I believe that this hang on a moment, I forgot to put my indicators here. All right, so as you can see, I don't think that this level is going to hold for too long, okay. We do have a dead cross here on the EMAs. We have a dead cross here on the MACD, okay, and we actually have a situation of a double top here as well. So I believe that this has the potential to still go down a ways, okay, at least to this region here before we can see substantial support. So let's go down to the weekly time frame now, and so this is what's happening on the weekly time frame. We do have a couple of reversal candlesticks here, okay, about 4 of them, which is actually a sign of a correction. But at the same time, you can see that the MACD is still open and extended downward, okay, good angle and separation here, good angle and separation. So while we are waiting for this correction to sort itself out, we'll go down to the lower time frame and see if we can find tradable setups for the new week, okay. So this is the daily time frame now, and so since the two higher level charts have the MACD and the EMAs trending downwards, you can see that the daily time frame is the only one that has the MACD trending upward, okay, and the two EMAs are mashing together, sort of like what happened here. So I submit to you that price is correcting itself after this rundown here, okay. So last week or 2 weeks, I believe, I was explaining about the fact that when the market moves down or up in an impulse wave, the correction usually takes about twice or thrice as long to enact itself, okay. So if this took about 3 weeks, then we might expect the correction to probably take anything between 6 to 8 or 9 weeks, okay. And you can see that the MACD here is trending upward. So we can't really say that the market is going to start going down until we get a dead cross on the MACD. We probably won't get a dead cross on the EMAs here. Just be aware of that, but we will get a dead cross on the MACD. So that is actually what we are waiting for, okay. So going down to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we see, and you can see we've had a mass of corrections here, which, if we were to put lines, will give us what looks suspiciously like an expanding triangle to me, okay. You can call this a channel if you wish, but it looks like an expanding triangle, okay. And if this is going to be an expanding triangle, then this is A and B and C and D and then E, and if this is E, then we should begin our downward movement from when we get to this region here, okay. This is a zigzag pattern, the correction pattern is zigzag that we have here, and we had what looked like an expanded flat here. So I believe that once this correction is over, then the downward move can begin, okay. I predominantly like to swing trade, so I don't really look for little pips, but I believe that if we go to the 1-hour time frame, we can find good opportunities to trade here. So for those of you who are predominantly maybe scalpers or day traders, I submit to you that this trend line here is what you will be waiting for, okay. So by the time the markets open on Monday, you are waiting for this trend line to be broken, and once this trend line is broken, you can look for a wave top situation and trade to the downside, okay. So that is what you are going to be watching out for. until this trend line is broken, I don't think that you should trust any move down, because it might most likely bounce off of the trend line and go up, because we are in a sort of triangle, so the market will try to seek the upper level of the triangle before turning down. So having said that, let's have a quick look at what the majors are doing. So let's have a look at USD CHF now, and a quick look at the monthly time frame. You can see that it's aping what the dollar index is doing. Okay, we are at a level of support here. All right, so but we have the MACD trending down, EMA is trending down, so we are in a downtrend. Quick look at the weekly, you can see same thing here. MACD death cross trending down strongly, good angle and separation. Here we had a bounce, good angle and separation. We are in a downtrend. We are just in a corrective phase here. So going down to the daily time frame, you can see it's aping what the dollar index is doing. So once we get a death cross on the MACD here, we should be able to resume our downward move. So a quick look at the 4-hour time frame, and you can see it's almost exactly the same thing as the dollar index, except for the fact that this looks predominantly like a channel and still a sort of triangle, but this time around it's beginning to look suspiciously like a symmetrical triangle. Okay, so so if this is A and B and C and D and E, then I submit to you that if you are looking for trades next week, you are going to have to wait for a break of this trend line here. All right, so that's pretty basic. Okay, this should be simple for you guys. So let's have a quick look at the other guys. GBP, you can see same scenario, but pointed the opposite direction. Okay, we have a golden cross here. We just got a golden cross here. We do have a spinning top here, and we're at a level of strong support, resistance. So a quick look at the weekly. So if we are in an Elliott wave situation and I decide to count from here, so that will be 1, 2, 3. So we are currently in a fourth wave. Okay, and you know the fourth waves are the most tricky to trade. So you are going to have to wait this out, and then, well, if the market decides it wants to turn around and go down, but at least we do need to see conclusive proof. So let's go down to the daily time frame. So you can see same scenario here, 1, 2, 3 with 4. So if we can break this level of resistance here, we should get another fifth wave, okay, to complete this move here. So for the GBP, you can see we are in a corrective phase here, which also looks like an expanding triangle, sort of. Okay, but let's just call it a channel. So once this is done, okay, once this is done, then we are looking for an opportunity to go long here. All right, and we can't discount the possibility, because I can see this looks suspiciously like a negative divergence. So I'm not going to discount the fact that there's a possibility that the market might actually move down, but then we are looking at the dollar index to give us our indications. Okay, so let's have a look at Euro USD. You can see that the setup is similar to the GBP USD, so no need for me to go to the monthly here. So but I'm just going to go to the daily time frame and we'll have a look. So if the market is this is going to go up. All right, it is going to go up once we finish the correction. So for the Euro USD, my best counsel is wait for a golden cross on the MACD on the daily time frame. Once you get a golden cross, then you can confidently begin to look for opportunities to go long. Okay, but this is a zigzag situation, so this is going to give you an excellent opportunity to go long if you can find a wave bottom here starting Monday. Okay, you get a wave bottom, get a cross, a golden cross. We do have a golden cross here. Get a golden cross on the EMAs and wait for a retracement. Once price breaks this trend line, wait for a retracement, and that will give you a very good entry point to go long. All right, so let's have a quick look at USD JPY. We are in a downtrend, even though it's not very prominent, but we are in a sort of downtrend. And if we were to plot this, then you can see that we are in a sort of diagonal channel as well. So but I'm going to have a quick look at the monthly. You can see what's going on here. Weekly, same situation. So let's just go quickly to the 4-hour time frame now. So what we are looking for is opportunities to go short. All right, look for opportunities to go short. So what we are waiting for here is a break of this trend line here, and you should be able to get good opportunities to go short. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the 1 hour and move on from there. But I submit to you that there might be the possibility of the market still trending up a little bit. So for those of you who are after 20-30 pips, if you get a good wave bottom situation, you should be able to still take a few pips up to the upside. Okay, I'm a swing trader, so I don't really wait for this kind of moves. I like conclusive moves that give me cast iron situations. So the next pair we are going to look at is the USD card. So we'll go to the monthly time frame and look at it from there. You can see here we've been predominantly bearish for the past few months, and we do have a very strong level of support here to watch out for, but we still have a few pips to go before we get to that zone. So you can see it's predominantly, bearish. Okay, and if we were to look at this, we have over 237 pips to go, so we are looking for opportunities to go short here. Okay, so a lot of you may have issues with things like this. You know that this is a downtrend, but the problem is how to get a proper entry. So let's see if I can shed some light there. Okay, it's quite easy. Just like I drew this trend line here, usually the trend line helps in situations like this. Okay, we do have a wave top situation here, so let me make it easy for you. You see this? What you are waiting for is a break of this trend line. Okay, so wait for a break of this trend line. Give yourself time to see conclusively that we have a dead cross on the MACD. Okay, because the EMAs are zigzagging here right now, you are not going to put your stock in that, but we do have a wave top situation. So when we get a break of this trend line and you see a dead cross on the MACD, that will give you a good entry point. Okay, so if I go down to the 1 hour time frame, this is what is happening. So normally what the market might do in situations like this, if I can get my pen out, I'll just see if we can get something, is we will get a break, okay, and then we'll get a retest. So in a situation like this, I will recommend waiting for the retest. So when you get a retest, okay, probably somewhere in this region, then once the market begins to go down again, you can get in and place your stop loss above the retest. Okay, so it might happen like this, or it might decide to go sideways for a while like this and then drop. So either way, the trend line will be your best bet to watch. Okay, and then waiting on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, the 4 hour time frame, so that you can see the the dead cross on the MACD. So for the USD card, that's what you are waiting for. And of course, the possibility that the market will probably go high and touch this upper trend line that I drew formerly is there. And if that happens, then you are waiting for a wave top situation, something akin to this or this. Okay, so either way, you are just waiting for a wave top situation to take you to the downside on the USD card. All right, so let's have a look at AUD USD. So you have to understand that because they are all paired to the dollar, they are all waiting for whatever happens on the US dollar. Okay, so if the dollar decides to go down, then the pairs that have the USD as their secondary pairs, they are going to go up. Okay, so if we say that the dollar index is going down, then we are expecting that the AUD USD is going to go up. So that's how you are going to look at this. So let's have a look at the monthly time frame here. You can see we just got a golden cross here. We had a golden cross earlier on the MACD. So we are in a bullish situation. For the past few months, we've had a very strong uptrend. Going to the weekly, that's what's happening right now. Golden cross here, good angle and separation. Going to the daily time frame, even though the market is getting quiet here, this is a prelude to a breakout situation. Okay, so don't get sidetracked. Now going to the 4 hour time frame, you can see we are in a corrective phase. Okay, and this is where the value of knowing about impulse waves and corrective waves becomes very crucial, because once you see a move like this and you begin to see a correction, because it's in the same direction as the impulse, expect that there's going to be another move in that direction. Okay, so what are we waiting for here? We have a very strong level of support here, so you can just wait for that. Okay, and then what you are waiting for now is for short-term trades for now until we get out of this corrective phase here, which is still good for a few pips. It's good enough to give us about 120, 130 pips. So what we are waiting for here is a golden cross of the MACD, a golden cross of the EMAs on the 4-hour time frame, and you should get some good pips here. Okay, so going down to the 1-hour time frame, this is a very good move for you to wait. So I will recommend the AUD USD as one of the potentials for you to really look out for in the new week we are going in. Okay, so we already have a wave bottom situation forming here, and you can see how nicely it's forming here. So once you get a golden cross on the EMAs, golden cross on the MACD, preferably you are going to get something that looks like this. Okay, and then a retest. So when you get a retest, that will be your cue to take this trade to the upside. All right, so that's it for the AUD USD. Let's have a look at I guess that's it. Okay, no, we do have the NZD to look at, so I'm just going to go to the monthly and have a look again. So NZD, we have a golden cross on the MACD. We haven't gotten a golden cross here yet, and from all indications on the monthly time frame, it does look as if we're in a downtrend. So we are going to have to watch out for that. Same scenario here. We are in a curved situation as if we're about to go down, and MACD is beginning to curl, even though we are still technically in an uptrend. So for the NZD USD, you are going to have to trust your analysis skills and wait it out. Okay, I will recommend waiting until we get, for instance, if you are going to think of going short on this pair, you actually are going to have to wait for a break of this level here. All right, once we get a break of this level, then conclusively we are very certain that it's going down. But if that doesn't happen, there is a very strong possibility that the market has plans to bounce off of somewhere in this region and then continue upward. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for the NZD. So it's a watch and wait game, and you can see the very fact that it's looking like this tells you that you are in a corrective phase right now. Okay, this is very choppy. This is not an impulse wave. It's choppy. It's undecisive. So this is a corrective phase. So I submit to you that you just wait this out and let's see what happens. Okay, so tentatively we can just plot out our lines here, and it's beginning to look suspiciously again like a sort of expanding triangle, as you can see. So if that's the case, expect something in this region that will give you a wave bottom situation, and you can probably take a trade to the upside. But if you were to ask me, I would tell you that the NZD USD is still in a watch and wait phase. Okay, so these are the major pairs that we've analyzed, and based on this analysis, you should be able to analyze the other cross currencies on your own. And I believe that this analysis will really help you to make informed decisions about trades you are going to take in the new week we are going into. So profitable trading to you guys, and bye for now.